Okay, here we go again. Germany and the Holy Roman Empire. I think this is part 9. Okay, that's Margaret Thatcher. Okay, we're going to continue on the next subject. We're going to read her quote here. You have not anchored Germany to Europe. You have anchored Europe to a newly dominant, unified Germany. In the end, my friends, you'll find it will not work. Margaret Thatcher in a speech in Colorado Springs, Colorado, in October 1995. Okay, Margaret Thatcher. Okay, she's dead now. You're dead. So we'll see we'll see. Over 700,000 Serbs were slaughtered by the Croats during the war, which is why Serbia was more than uneasy about Germany's snuggle-up to Croatia. The Croatian president, Franjo Tuđman, refused to disassociate himself from his country's fascist roots. Yet his shocking stance did not dissuade Germany from pledging its full support. According to Martin Lee, the Germans exported over $320 million worth of military hardware to Croatia between 1992 and 1994. And in 1995, for the first time since World War II, Germany committed 4,000 troops beyond its borders inside Croatia to enforce the tenacious peace agreement. Since the wall fell in 1989, the world has not only witnessed an alarming upsurge in neo-Nazi violence, we have witnessed the escalating spirit of independence and arrogance within the German nation as a whole. Germany has rapidly risen to the ranks of a bona fide world power. Today, Germany is second only to the United States in arms exports. It has a standing army of about 300,000, the largest in Europe. It has pushed itself to the forefront of influence in the European Union, which is increasing in presence and respectability on the world scene, politically, economically, and militarily. With France's help, Germany will soon very likely be recognized as a major nuclear power. Add to that the great financial sword Germany is wielding, and you have the makings of a world force to be reckoned with. The world, especially Europe, is growing increasingly uneasy with the prospect of being dominated by a nation historically prone to bully its neighbors and to acquire a sizable appetite for more living space. Modern-day Jeremiah's. For several decades, God's church has been warning of the emergence of Germany as the most dominant player in a European Union of nations. The Bible teaches that this force will suddenly catapult the world into the third and final world war. Yet, even if we set aside Bible prophecy for a moment, there are more than enough modern-day Jeremiahs warning about Germany's developing links with its fascist past. We have quoted one of these modern writers, Martin Lee, in this chapter. In his words, something awful was laid bare by the fall of the Berlin Wall. The fascist beast had reawakened and was on the prowl again. Other well-known books like Roger Eatwell's Fascism, Bernard Connolly's The Rotten Heart of Europe, and Margaret Thatcher's The Downing Street's Years all serve as Churchillian warnings for a world that has proven itself prone to slumber as events grow worse. Most of the mainstream press is oblivious to the dangerous, foreboding presence developing on the horizon in Central Europe. That's the way it was before World War II. We must wake up and heed the words of the handful informed and astute political analysts. You have not anchored Germany to Europe, Margaret Thatcher said in 1995. You have anchored Europe to a newly dominant, unified Germany. In the end, my friends, you'll find it will not work. It is Germany's national character to dominate, she said. While Germany lay in ruin and ashes after World War II, Herbert W. Armstrong had the crystal clear prophetic vision to see a Germany that would again rise to world dominance. He knew the Nazis were not eliminated altogether. They only hid themselves like cockroaches when the kitchen lights is switched on. With the implosion of the former Soviet Union and the gigantic power vacuum it left in the heart of Europe, we have seen Mr. Armstrong's stunning predictions unfold with uncanny preciseness. A few observers are alert to the grave dangers set before you. Are you? Let us now consider where these events inside Germany fit within the framework of biblical history and prophecy. Okay, guys, well, I know a lot of people are going to disagree, and I know, the people I talk to, there's National Socialists and stuff like that, so I don't know, maybe you get pissed off at me for reading this, but I'm just trying to share facts that I'm seeing from another point of view, okay? But we're going to continue and see how this may fit into Bible history and prophecy. So hopefully you guys follow along, and next we're going to learn about chapter 2, okay, which I might have a disagreement on some of this stuff. Germany's earliest roots, okay? Chapter 2. Alright, guys? Next.